Before founding Scientology, Hubbard helped Parsons conduct the ritual series. But soon after, he ran off with Parsons' girlfriend and a chunk of his money. Parsons, furious, attempted a magical counterattack, invoking the spirit of Mars, Bartzabel, in a Miami hotel room. Magic or not, Parsons got his compensation. Hubbard's yacht would promptly encounter a storm, and a court later forced him to pay Parsons back. After that, some began to wonder if the Babylon working had actually succeeded, if it had opened something up in 1946. Because in the years that followed, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena began to skyrocket. Parsons himself believed he had made contact. He said he was being guided by a non-human intelligence. That idea surfaces in Diana Pasulka's work as well. The notion that visionary scientists may have been receiving messages, insights, or downloads from something beyond. It also is a prominent theme in Professor Jimena Canales' book, Bedeviled, about the history of demons in science. Parsons wasn't alone in this belief. Pythagoras, Newton, and even Edison spoke of mystical inspiration or communion with unseen forces. Edison, near the end of his life, actually tried to build a device to communicate with the dead. So even if we keep our skeptic hats on, we're left with this strange pattern. Many of the people responsible for scientific breakthroughs, people we call geniuses, didn't see themselves as inventors. They saw themselves as receivers. In Parsons' case, he believed he was building technology to carry humanity into space, with the help of something else. He would sometimes recite Crowley's Hymn to Pan during rocket tests. According to legendary French UFO researcher Jacques Vallée, there were rumors of a ritual in the Mojave where a blonde woman appeared and claimed to be from Venus. If true, this would have been the first recorded encounter with a quote-unquote Nordic or tall white non-human entity, predating similar contactee stories by years. Eventually, Parsons' occult lifestyle, strange house guests, and growing paranoia led to trouble. He was pushed out of JPL. In 1952, he died in an explosion in his home laboratory. Officially, it was ruled an accident involving volatile chemicals. But some found the circumstances suspicious. Parsons left a crater on Earth, but also one on the moon. Literally. A lunar crater now bears his name. And at JPL, some insiders still call it Jack Parsons Laboratory. Others just say Jack Parsons lives. Now you might be thinking, sure, there was one eccentric rocket guy with a thing for ritual magic. Maybe he laid the groundwork for ICBMs and Apollo. But that doesn't mean that the whole field was weird. Maybe. Longtime viewers of this show will know we've covered evidence linking the Third Reich to UFO technology before. From reports that Hitler knew about the 1933 Magenta crash, to rumors of Nazi saucer tests in modern-day Czechoslovakia, to the post-war absorption of German rocket scientists experimenting with exotic propulsion. But what often surprises people isn't just the tech. It's the fact that the highest level of Hitler's regime were obsessed with the occult. This wasn't just Hollywood fantasy. Sure, Indiana Jones gave us Nazis hunting for the Ark of the Covenant, but the truth is stranger. In 1945, near the end of the war, American forces uncovered a hidden stash of Nazi documents in a cave in southern Germany. Among them were records revealing real state-sponsored occult projects, expeditions to Tibet to trace Aryan origins, searches for ancient runestones, pagan sites, and even a government-backed quest to find the Holy Grail. A lot of this stemmed from Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS and one of the architects of the Holocaust. He was obsessed with Germanic mythology, paganism, and mystical power. He turned Wewelsburg Castle into a ritual center, complete with a black sun chamber beneath it and a round table for his SS knights. He also created the Ahnenerbe, a pseudoscientific institute devoted to proving that the so-called Aryan race descended from Atlantis. And yes, they actually believed that. The Nazi Party itself was born out of the Thule Society, a Volkish secret group that mixed Germanic paganism, Atlantis myths, and Aryan esotericism. The Thule Society held seances and rituals meant to contact non-human intelligences they believed were their ancient progenitors, star beings from the far north, beneath the pole star. They performed these rites at symbolic locations, like the Harz Mountains, on nights like Walpurgisnacht, a festival tied to witches, spirits, and old pagan ceremonies. There are also claims about the Vril Society, a group said to have channeled anti-gravity technology and psychic powers from an ancient subterranean race. Now, we don't have to believe any of these occult theories themselves, but what matters is the Nazis did, and it didn't just stop at mysticism. The Nazis were also pioneers of actual rocket science. One of the key figures was Hermann Oberth. Born in Transylvania, inspired by sci-fi writer Jules Verne, Oberth began theorizing about spaceflight as a teenager. In 1923, he published The Rocket into Planetary Space, a landmark book that laid out how a multi-stage rocket could escape Earth's gravity. He was decades ahead of his time. He envisioned orbiting telescopes, spacesuits, weather-controlling satellites, even missions to other planets. His ideas sparked a movement, and when World War II began, Oberth was pulled into military work, building rockets for Germany and later for Italy. After the war, Oberth became one of the few major scientists to publicly support the reality of UFOs.
After so many witnesses have seen the so-called flying saucers, their existence can no longer be denied. I believe that these flying objects come from another solar system.
In a 1954 lecture, he argued that these UFOs had been observed since at least the 1400s. Oberth believed they were piloted by extraterrestrial visitors, monitoring Earth's nuclear sites and military tech. In interviews, he even said, "We cannot take all of the credit for our record advancements in certain scientific fields. We have been helped." When asked by whom, he replied, "The people of the other worlds."
Different parts of the brain have different activities.